Is very, very funny, guys. It's his first time here at the comic strip. Let's have a big hand and welcome the very funny Mr. Kevin Surratt.
Thank you much. My name is Kevin Surratt, and I have lost 54 pounds so far this year. But it is no thanks to the folks at KFC. They are trying to kill black people. They're trying to kill them. You heard about that sandwich that they made this year, right? Where they replaced the bread with fried chicken? They're trying to kill us. And now they're coming after the Latinos. I warned my Latino friends, since the BP oil and gas spill, they've come out with a new menu item, Gulf Shrimp Tacos. Comes in 2 flavors, unleaded and premium. It's awful what's going on up there, and this is an environmental disaster. And they're concerned that the oil and gas are gonna go around the coast of Florida, and the currents will take it up the East Coast, and it'll destroy the waters and the shores here. In fact, there was a big scare this morning when a big oily blob was found off the coast of New Jersey. But they're relieved to find out it was just Snooki from the Jersey Shore. I'm telling you, it is a mess. Things are crazy. And now there's like aliens, right? Stephen Hawking, the great scientist, said that it's incredibly likely that there are like these aliens in outer space, and if we encounter them, that they'd be violent and hostile. And I thought, man, angry aliens attacking. Everybody's ticked off about this Arizona immigration law. And it's crazy, I've got an unusual background. Actually, I went to school at Harvard, so this is what $200,000 in tuition will get you. Right here, baby. And it's crazy because, when I went to school, there were not a lot of black kids at Harvard. In fact, you could fit all the black kids at Harvard in the back of just one bus. And it was incredible because the campus is beautiful. If you haven't had a chance to go, you gotta go. I mean, it made me feel great. Just walking through there, I felt like I was back in the 1700s. And I thought, wait a minute, if this was the 1700s, I'd be in chains. And that made me sad. But then I realized, it made me feel like a white guy in the 1700s. And then it made me feel glad again. And it was crazy, And it's interesting, black people and white people, and, deep down, we're all the same, but still, black people and white people, we watch TV differently, especially the news, right? You hear a story that there's some guy loose in the city, and he's got a gun, and he's shooting up the place, right? White people listen to that, and they go, man, I hope he doesn't kill anybody. And black people listen, and they go, oh, no, I hope he isn't black. And it's not because we lack compassion in the situation. We're just tired of getting blamed for stuff that other people do. And it carries through the kids in school. You're in history class, and the professor, the teacher talks about how Stalin killed 16 million people in Europe. And a black kid will raise his hand and go, was he black? And the teacher say no. And the kid will go, oh, okay, that's not so bad. And it's terrible, right? So this dude is running around shooting up the city. The police are looking for him. And they put out an APB, which is police code for arrest passing blacks. And it's hard on us because it's tough for a guy to find a job when the last position on his resume is up against the wall like this. So it's crazy. Now, I grew up here in New York, but actually I'm living down in Texas. And that's a scary place sometimes. At least it was at first. I love Texas. Bought a house down there. It's wonderful. But that first weekend, trying to drive to church, I got to understand why people get religion there. Driving to church, true story, I had to drive past a shooting range, a drive-through liquor store, and a school named after Robert E. Lee, a Confederate general. True story. I told the preacher he could forget the singing, forget the sermon, go straight to the altar call, because I see my need for Jesus. And it's crazy because I grew up here, as I said, in New York. And, I went to school at Harvard. I mean, that's like, I want to be tough, right? I don't want to be like I look like somebody's accountant or something like that. I should be hanging out with the accountants. But I want to be tough. And I remember when I got my first car, and a buddy of mine was trying to show me how to be cool, right? He had one of those lowriders, He's a Latino guy, Mexican. You got the car, and you're cranking the music, and it's booming. And he's trying to help me out, And I'm like, dude, I was in Glee Club, okay? It's so not gonna work. He's like, trust me, just get in the car, right? Okay, put your arm, right, rest it, grab the steering wheel. And he goes, and put one of your tapes in the car and blast it. I'm like, one of my tapes? I'm like, you don't want me to do that. He's like, yeah, put one of your tapes in. I'm like, no. He's like, do it. I'm like, so here I am, trying to be cool, driving through the barrio, put my tape in, and blasting through the radio is, the sun will come out tomorrow. Man, guys were running out of the house, lining up for the chance just to beat me up. Getting on the phone, calling their buddies, hey, Paco, come out here quick. It's like Black Disneyland. And it's crazy. Now everybody is like all anxious, right? Even little kids. Little kids have these intense schedules. They're running around with organizers, right? And they got the soccer game, and they got this and that. And we're putting them on drugs, that Mick Jagger wouldn't touch. And it's going crazy, So now, pretty soon we're going to see a commercial that's, something like this. It's 8:30 a.m. And you're late for that all-important breakfast meeting. But you're so late, you don't have time. You've got to make a decision. Do I eat breakfast or put on deodorant? Well, not anymore. You don't have to choose because Procter & Gamble is proud to introduce Bold Spice, combination breakfast bar and deodorant stick. Just take a couple of swipes of the pits and nibble off the rest as you run toward the subway. Bold Spice, because a man shouldn't have to choose. I'm Kevin Surratt. You've been a great audience. Thank you very much.
Guys, keep it going for Kevin Surratt.